All right, we're on the Milano, hole 8, par 4. I got my low-level account here. Just doing some practicing, seeing what's available. I'm actually trying to get, I really think with this account, even if I had some 5 power balls, I don't think, maybe I could get on 9. But even there, it's a difficult hole to eagle. So I think, if you really be honest, in this particular tournament, the Silver State tournament, it may be a minus 11 per round might be the, like just the minimum score you're looking for, just like a perfect round, because the eagle's so hard to get on 9 that, normally you look at the par 5s and you're thinking eagle, but not in this tournament, not on that hole. The deal here is you really can't overpower this much, and the wind's going to push me back, so I'm going to have to kind of go for it here. I'm going to put on max curl, and I'm going to put on just a little bit of overpower to try and beat the 2 wind and the little bit I need. Hitting it good, that'll put me in the rough if I don't clip it down here. If I don't clip it right there, it'll put me in the rough. Ah, sand. And that's okay. You want to get over here on this pad right here so that you can try and take a short iron shot. And it's very doable. The thing there is that in the tournament we're probably going to have a little bit of tailwind, so I wouldn't have had to put any overpower on it, and that shot's a little bit easier to set up. And if you used like a 1 power ball, and with this low level club not having very much curl, so you can bring it back over to the fairway, Quasar would probably be the ball to use. That'll probably get you over there, and then you have a really nice clean short iron shot, and you want to really know your numbers with your short iron. And this hole is very eagleable. Let's see if I have any backspin on this. Zippo. Where am I at in my club? I'm right at max. So it's about 2.2 per ring. So I'm going to do about a half a ring pull. Yep, that's what I want to do. Now it's just about hitting it perfect. And anticipation. This hole right here is very eagleable though, and I think even if you have lower developed stuff, if you can get over to that fairway pad that I was trying unsuccessfully to get to over there, I think your chances of getting eagle here, if you really know your numbers, and if you've got lower developed stuff, this is one of those holes that you need a short iron that's got maybe like 1 or 2 backspin, and this is a great hole for a kingfisher because if you got lower developed stuff, it'll be the most accurate short iron in your bag. And you want to bring the most accurate short iron that you have. And it gets to, if you're playing in Ricky tournaments, you can get that to level 2, 3 pretty quick, and I think it gets its accuracy really early on in its life. And it's 83% accurate, so it's a pretty good club. It's 1.3 per ring at max. I think the way I'm playing, I just upgraded and it got a little bit more accurate. I think I was playing at 1.326 at minimum, and I think at mid it was 2.3. All right, that's one way to get a birdie there, but what we're looking for really is the eagle. That wasn't a really good eagle shot, but that's the area that we want to get into. Let's see if we can get somebody else to play. We'll play a couple holes here. Let's get these things out of the way. My 77 account is, I have 2 friends in this account. Tour 4. Let's see if we can get another Milano hole. The Oasis. Hole 9, par 5. We just had some of these Oasis holes in a recent tournament. I like the last couple of weeks. This hole right here, I'm going to bring out a Quasar just because I want to see if you can get this done in a lower level account, because this hole is a very eagleable hole. If you've got a little, yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think I have quite enough curl. And you take out any opportunity. If you hit this ball, if I hit this ball great to the right, I am sunk. Yeah, that's not enough curl. It won't quite get me over there. But if you can get over to that fairway pad right there, and if I had if I had a level 7 extra mile, I'd have just enough curl to get me over there. If you can get onto this pad, you can get on and get an eagle and you're good to go. But for most people, this hole is extremely difficult for them to get an eagle. Most people hit to this pad over here, and you're not going to get an eagle if you hit over to that pad. And I'm just going to chip it over here so that you can see what the shot would look like. But this area over here, I don't see very many people shoot to this area. Everybody wants to shoot up here. But the area where I'm at right there, it takes just a club with just a little teeny bit more curl or a bigger ball, so that you can get. But you still got to have more curl. That's just the. And this is, I see a lot of people epic fail right there. And what's funny is that they're still way 2 shots from getting on the green. And I'm going to lay up right here just so that you can see. Like, my goal is to just barely dribble onto that area. I mean, you don't even have to get any distance here. It's just to get right there into that area and just dribble out onto that green. Anywhere you're on that green, you got a shot to get on. And you can get on in 2 and get your eagle and roll. So let's see if our opponent goes all out. They should be, if they could get their distance up to here, but so we're going to get an easy win here. What they should have done is hit over to where I'm at and close the distance to the pin. You always want to be moving closer to the pin, not further away. And that's probably inexperience on this hole. So from right there, it's not going to happen. But what we can do is use our big dog to get up into this pad right here. So the wind's going to push me. It's 2.5 per ring. The wind's going to push me onto that pad. So it's max backspin and as much curl as I can get on there, which is everything. And we're going to get pushed out into this area right here, and we're going to use curl. And I want to be right in the middle of that pad. I want to be as close to the edge already, so the wind's going to push me 2.7 forward. So we're going to put on all the curl. We're going to put on just a titch of overpower. Hitting it perfect. Now if it'll just stay on the fairway there. Little teeny too much. And that's because I didn't have enough backspin with that club. But you can see, if you just can dribble onto this area, you can get over there. And now I've got a short pitch. Now the problem with lower developed clubs is that these short pitches, if you have upper developed clubs, aren't give-me's, but they're a lot easier because you can use a rapier, and the rapier is much more accurate than this Firefly. But if you have lower developed clubs, you can choose the poor man's Firefly or the poor man's rapier, which is a Firefly, and you can go right at it with all that topspin. The thing about a rapier or the Firefly, is you got to hit it perfect. Hitting it perfect. Go into the hole. Eagle. Well, that would have been an eagle if I hadn't screwed up the drive. I'm not sure if you can get that. You'd have to bring a 3 side spin ball. That's the way that you could compensate without the curl, is you bring a 3 side spin ball so that it could get you more over there. I had the distance. I just didn't have enough curl and I didn't have enough side spin there, so you'd have to bring a katana. And the katana would help you on the other side, so I would have had a much easier shot getting over to that pad for the drive coming in. But this is a hole right here in one-on-one that if you can learn that shot to that center island, hardly anybody ever goes there. And they go to that upper one where our opponent's at, and you can't get on from there, not unless you bring a monster ball and you've got really big clubs. See if they'll replay us. Canada, huh? All right, getting some replay, getting some bonus action. I always like it when people replay. All right, we got the Milano, hole 6, par 5. And this hole right here, in the tournament, you definitely, if you've got lower developed clubs, you want to save your good balls for tournaments. This is one of those holes where you want to bring out a 3 side spin ball. So you can start with the katana, and you could go katana kingmaker if you've got kingmakers, but a katana for sure. And you want to bring your accurate bag. Come on, Daisy girl. I really like to be 2.5 rings off, but man, with the curl that I have, I just don't think I can get 2.5 rings and still be able to make it. And I'll probably be better off if I hit a grate to the right. Hitting it perfect. Let's see if the perfect shot can make it. I think the perfect shot's going to rev up against the rough over there on the left, and I'm going to barely make it through. Now, in order to get the optimal shot here where you're doing the rough bump, with a 2-power ball with a katana there, I would have had more distance and I would have had a shot where I could have done the rough bump. But with lower developed clubs, you're going to find yourself doing the bounce over shot quite a bit. And I always like being on this hole when my opponent shoots to the left, because now all I have to do is get on the green. It's super tough. It's super tough with any, if you're in rookie, the left-hand side is tough. The left-hand side is tough anywhere. Pro, expert, masters, they're probably going to have to shoot to the left-hand side, but in rookie, if you can get to the right, it's much more better. Let's see what kind of distance we have here. Not enough. This is very tricky with the wind. It's 1.9 per ring, so we're about a 2-ring pool. And I hit it great to the left. See if I can make it through the trees. I'm getting up there for a nice little chip. This is a great hole to work on your dunks. So if you got lower developed stuff and you're trying to do achievements, this is a hole you'll end up in that spot right there a lot. And this is a great hole to practice your dunk shots. Let's check my opponent out. They got 216 trophies. You know that they have better than the beginning stuff. Hitting it perfect. In the hole. Even with low level stuff. If you're playing in tournament play and you bring a katana or a kingmaker, you can get farther up there and you can do the rough bump where you don't have to do the bounce over that I did. You can go right at it and go in the rough bump, and then you have a pretty serious shot at getting an albie. And your shot really, if you can get up there far enough up on the drive, your shot for the albie is just as good as anybody else's. So this is definitely a hole in the tournament that you have just as good a shot at getting albatross as the next guy. I almost feel bad, but I'm going to play this guy one more time. You know, if he's got 209 trophies, he's got better clubs, and I don't know why he's playing with all beginner stuff. Either that or he's brand new. All right, let's go down and let's open up that pin chest, get the next one started. Let's open up a chest, save ourselves a gem. I'm going to practice on Monday. I've been qualifying this account on Monday, and I haven't had opportunities to buy that $1.99 pack, but I'm going to buy the $1.99 pack this week. One more hole, then we'll call it a night. Let's see if we can get another Malala hole. Come on, Milano. Oh, the Oasis. Hole 6, par 5. This is the hoppity hop hole. I feel like I'm playing putt-putt golf when I play some of these holes. See if my opponent can get up there. They got 354 trophies. They've won 465 games. And you know, in 465 games that they have better than a beginning driver. See if they can get up there. 465 chests open. I mean, you can look next time I go through there, I'll stop and you can look at the clubs that are in here. It doesn't take that many games won, and I haven't played anything higher than Tour 4. I've got 451 games won versus 465, and they're playing with beginning stuff. Switch to our number 1 bag. See if that's enough to get us over. Maybe. I'm going to take the side wind out. So now I'm just dealing with headwind. Hitting it great to the left, which is not good. Just get over there. There you go. It's not good to be short on this fairway pad right here, but if you're short, you can still have a shot, but you can't be in the rough. And as crazy as it may sound, in my opponent's position where I'm at, I would probably do a max overpower hook shot from there and see if I could get on. Because this green is super tough to try and pitch onto. It's super tough to try and get onto it and get in the right spot with everything going your way. So I'm going to go 274, which is about a ring, just a little over a ring. And the wind's going straight, and I got pure tailwind. So I'm going to need to put some overpower on it. Hitting it perfect. That probably wasn't enough overpower, but if I can get up there and give myself a pitch. Roll down. Stop right there. This is going to be a very tough putt because you're going to go up this hill to get back to the hole. So it's not going to be a straightforward. It's probably going to make me do this little loop-de-loop. Let's see if my opponent can get up there with a thorn. See how they do. Perfect. It's very difficult with that limited ball guide. That's the deal with lower level clubs, is more than anything between the lower level clubs and my upper level clubs and my other accounts, the only thing that I really miss is ball guide. I really don't miss the rest of that stuff, but I do miss the ball guide. No. Good game. Let's see if they want a rematch. If they want a rematch, we'll play one more. Come on. Come on, Swaggerberries. Alright, we got some bonus content. Look at that. I know there are tons of reasons why. Alright, we got hole 8, par 4 of the Milano. Again. Let's see if we can not epic fail this time. I'm gonna bring a ball that's got a little more side spin. We got the wind going with us this time, so that's good. .54. It's 2.5 per ring, so we're about a 2-ring pool. Just trying to hit it nice and easy with all the curl. What was I thinking? And hit it great to the right, so that's going to take out about half that curl, and I didn't have very much curl to start off with. And I overshot it. Perfect. You see how close I was down there. It carries about a half a ring farther down in that hole than it looks like, because it drops off. So it drops off like this. So here's the landing pad, and then it drops off a little bit right there at the end. So it will carry down here at the very end just a little bit farther than what it looks like. So don't get too close to that edge. I'm not a fan of going out here. It's super easy to end up on the other side and try and get that shot where you can get that short iron shot, but out here you're just relegating yourself to a long iron, and you take the risk of, if you really try and go for it, you take the risk of getting in the rough or the sand there. You're going to find your short iron is going to be a lot more accurate than your long iron. So I'm right at minimum club. Put a couple backspin on it and go right at it. Okay, so I'm at minimum club. It's 2.6 per ring. So there's 5.2. Go just a little shy of that. A little shy of 2 rings. Maybe a ring and 3/4, ring and 1/3. I'm having a hard time doing the math in my head. Hit it great to the right. In the hole. That means I made a bad. That means I made a bad wind adjustment. That's when you guys have the benefit. You can go back and watch that video and see what I did. So I'm gonna go look, because I just upgraded my Kingmaker, or my Kingfisher, and it actually is more accurate than it used to be. So I'm not sure if I made a bad wind adjustment. I obviously made a bad wind. I made a bad wind adjustment because I didn't know my numbers. See what happens when you don't know your numbers? Good game. Alright. See if they want to rematch one more time. Get some more bonus content. Nope. Let's go check out that Kingfisher real quick. So it's 88 accurate, so it's it's 1.2, 1.3, somewhere in that neighborhood. So it was 83, and I was playing it at 1.3. So 1.2, that means it's 2.4. 2.4 at max. 1, 2, 2.4. Let's see. Let's go do the little calculator thing here. It's 1.2 times 1.75. It's 2.1 at mid. So it's 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 4. That's how I'm going to play it. So I'm going to have to write those numbers down because they changed. It was 1, 3, 2, 3, 2, 6. But I have new numbers now, and there's several holes in this tournament where you're going to be using your short iron, so you need to know your short iron numbers. You can get numbers from different places, but the way I play my short iron is I play the raw number. So trying to figure out right there, it's like 1-2, 1-2-5. And then I play my short iron at 75% more accurate at mid and 100% more accurate at minimum. So I double that number at minimum. All right. That was some Tour 4 in my low level account. Thanks for watching.